What is school? What is the public education system? What is it for? Their kids don't have enough supplies. I see parents getting upset because that their kid isn't being nurtured enough. But I just can't teach English, is what that middle class teacher is saying. And sometimes it can even be people that look like us. Like, I just can't teach my content. So I don't think we understand what school is and what we are looking to get from school. What should we look to get from the school system when we send our kids there every day?
Well, not much. I mean, if you look at it from the perspective of why public school was initiated in America, public school was largely the outgrowth of a requirement or a need for big business to have a better educated worker. Big business needed people who could read, write, and count on a very basic level, so they put pressure on the government to provide a better educated worker. So schools were about turning out laborers for the factory. That's why public school was brought into existence. That's why we have mandatory public education. The factories of the American industrialization movement required education to make sure people could do the jobs once they showed up. So that was the purpose of school. But today, when there is no economy, there are no jobs, especially for our people. With NAFTA and the Trans-Pacific Partnership and all these other presidential executive orders and programs that are hemorrhaging jobs from America, there's no longer a need for an educated laborer, especially not an educated black laborer. So the purpose of public education in this country, in this century, is to prepare black boys for prison and black girls for poverty. That's the sole purpose of public education today. Black boys have a 25% graduation rate. Only 3 out of every 100 black males born will ever see the inside of a college. 40% of them will spend some time in special education. More than 30% will experience juvenile incarceration at some point. If you look at the statistics, it's clear that public education cannot possibly have as its goal the proper education of our children. Instead, it is the preparation for failure. Now, true education is an education that prepares children on how to acquire and protect power in every sphere of human endeavor necessary for community success. So true education, how do you acquire political power? How do you acquire cultural power? How do you acquire economic power? How do you acquire international power? That's true education, to make your children kings and queens. True education is designed to prepare you to be a leader in the world economically and politically, to be a boss. If education is not preparing you to be a boss, it is a failure. If education is not preparing you to come out from under oppression, it is a failure. And if education is not preparing you on how to solve the problems that are unique to your community, not America, but education must deliberately target the problem-solving process for the issues that are critical to black people. If it's not doing those 3 things, it's not an education.